The hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. The hour cometh and now is when the true worshipper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem. Unity of Chicago South, online, New Thought Spiritual Community, streaming live from Chicago. Offering worship, in spirit and truth, beyond walls.
In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Walls Spiritual Community, Sunday Celebration, live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment, as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
Looking for the good. Reverend Alberta Ware. Some years ago, I discovered myself in a situation asking, how did this happen to me? Why is this person in my life? I even asked someone else's opinion. I realized that at some point I had to regroup and make some changes. Now when things occur that are uncomfortable or concerning, I have learned to ask new questions. I attribute this to being a student of New Thought for many years as well as a teacher and minister. The first questions take on a new design, starting with, what do I want to do about the situation, and do I really want to change its current status? I look at a new situation and ask myself, what am I supposed to learn from the experience or the person involved? Next, I check my consciousness, my level of expression, because I know what I draw into my life is based on my level of consciousness or awareness. Sometimes I am so busy and involved in life that I fail to keep a firm grasp on or clear awareness of my state of consciousness. That failure allows stuff to creep in and shake up my day or my life. I now try to stop throughout the day and take a quick assessment of what is going on in my mind. I have to check my thought flow in order to stay ahead of the stuff. I then make a determination of how I really want the situation to be, whether I want it to stay or leave, and how I will accomplish my desire. I have learned that new thoughts must contain a new pattern for change and resolution. This takes commitment, sincerity, and love. Even though the steps sound simple, they require a willingness to do the work and a willingness to stick with the process. Sincerity is needed in the desire for change, for if there is no sincerity, there can be no change. Love, because it is the harmonizer, draws to us only what is good. It heals hurt feelings and binds to us the good that God has already earmarked for us. If the situation involves a person, I try to find something good about them, even if it is as simple as giving a compliment about something they may be wearing. If they are not in my presence and I am having difficulty finding something good, I ask God to reveal it to me. Asking God serves as a reminder that the other person is made in the image and likeness of God, as I am. This redirection of my thoughts makes it easier to see the good, and as a result, I am able to move through or move away from any situation that is uncomfortable. This redirection also allows me to see people in a different light before there is an issue. For this, I am eternally grateful as I continue to look for good.
To keep up with Unity of Chicago South activities, like reading material for the monthly virtual book club live chat, upcoming classes, and Sunday celebration speakers, join our text alert program. Text the word CONNECT to 564-234-2890. Text CONNECT to 564-234-2890 to start receiving text alerts from Unity of Chicago South. Text STOP to stop.
Visual and audio consciousness lifting materials are available for free download. Our goal is to provide materials that may support your continuing spiritual unfoldment. Feel free to visit the Meta Media page at unityocs.org, which is accessible 24/7.
Greetings and welcome to Unity of Chicago South. I am Bonnie Thompson Ford, and today we will explore the principle of divine order. So let's briefly review this with an esoteric approach. Divine order represents magnetic connectivity of creation. Energies are aware of the blending process created by intent and content of the fullness of love or the absence of. It develops a pathway along with synchronicity to become the element of creation and functionality. We are not always aware of divine order that takes place with quantum properties not necessarily recognized by human sensitivities. Order is key. It is a key factor in all of our human endeavors. Regardless of the levels that we are on, order is necessary. We are all wrapped in the arms of the universe, which is established by divine order. Therefore, we are all responsible contributors to the growth of ourselves and our world. Without order, we would not be able to realize the purpose for our existence on this planet. If we are not aware, or if we are in disbelief of our position with the universe, all is well, for in time we will better internalize our human linkage with non-corporeal existence. Divine order is aware of humanity's slowness of expanded consciousness, along with the possibilities created by multiple energies, causing profound responses all over the world. We must remember, each and every one entering and exiting brings energies being integrated into our spiritual architecture, designed to advance our purpose and to move us into phenomenal structures that are currently unknown to many of us. We may, however, benefit from knowing that many of our children that's coming along are infused with new seeds of wisdom, ready to further awaken humanity to magnificence within, guiding us into a relative position of readiness created by the order of God. There have been many preceding orders surrounded growth for the earth and humans for ages. Because of free will, synchronicity allows us to better understand the movement process of light and dark energies. The design may not be easily absorbed. It requires patience. And due to the lack of knowledge relative to this principle of spirits, procedures that tend to sometimes escape our encoded memory. Let's explore self-awareness. Let's look at how important it is to understand and know self. When we target individual growth patterns, sometimes it may be questionable about why some people appear to be so much more advanced than others. We function and we grow with different frequencies, and we're all so very important that there is patience and time with each entry on this planet for us to grow. This is not based on capabilities. It is aligned with desire, intent, commitment to seek self-awareness. We benefit from ongoing self-exploration. We benefit from going within, requesting a closer relationship with that powerful piece of God essence that lies within us, so we can become aware of this power of connectivity, awaiting our acknowledgement. Order syncs with the heart and the mind and intent, designed to elevate awareness that leads us to ultimate mastership. As we grow, we learn to let go of anxiety, let go of frustration, let go of depression and fear, and all that slows our progressive movement towards expanded consciousness. Free will coexists with patience and orderly creation. So, dear ones, we are free to seek and find wisdom. When we are blessed to reach that powerful destination, we can welcome the dynamics of love and our connectivity with source energy, which holds us all in the arms of eternal love. As we live our lives and strive to create a good life for ourselves and for our families, remember, we have been implanted with all that we need to manage and build our dreams with the utilization of order. The seed within loves us. We can't really imagine the power that we have. We don't imagine the power we have to create and to be and to fulfill our dreams. That lies within us knows everything, and it lies within us all, and it leads us to connect and hold the hand of the Spirit within so that we may move our consciousness in so many creative ways. Yes, we are one. So until we meet again, I am Bonnie Thompson Ford, so in love with love. Namaste.
How do I say thank you for all the love you share? How do I say thank you when you show how much you care? My life is filled with joy because you give to me. Our souls unite as one, as through your eyes I see. How do I say thank you for all the love you share? How do I say thank you when you show how much you care? The things that matter to you awaken in my heart a vision that is greater than I had at the start. How do I say thank you for all the love you share? How do I say thank you when you show how much you care? How do I say thank you? How do I say thank you?
To keep up with Unity of Chicago South activities, like reading material for the monthly virtual book club live chat, upcoming classes, and Sunday celebration speakers, join our text alert program. Text the word CONNECT to 564 234 2890. Text CONNECT to 564 234 2890 to start receiving text alerts from Unity of Chicago South. Text STOP to stop.
Would you like our community to pray with you? Each first Sunday of the month, after our guided meditation celebration, an open prayer time is held. To be included, text prayer time to 564 234 2890. That's all one word, prayer time, to 564 234 2890. Always remain receptive to the presence of divine blessings. This is where we pause and ask for your support as it is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to unityocs.org/support to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost, and of course financially support our work. Your action helps in our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. You are instrumental in helping this community as well as those that can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago. $, Unity Chicago South. For those using Cash App, find us at Unity of Chicago South online at givealifi.com and 1448 East 52nd Street, number 132, Chicago, Illinois 60615. To support by check.
Visual and audio consciousness lifting materials are available for free download. Our goal is to provide materials that may support your continuing spiritual unfoldment. Feel free to visit the Meta Media page at unityocs.org, which is accessible 24/7.
Greetings and welcome to the wonders that only exist in this moment. Thank you for joining us at Unity Chicago South today. Let us center ourselves. Just for today, we will keep our minds filled with possibilities, not obstacles. We will keep our conversations filled with the good we deserve and watch this goodness engulf us. Just for today, nothing will be impossible. I'm Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilson Coleman, and it's a pleasure to be here today. Today, we are celebrating the spiritual principle order. My message is intended to be a message of hope and one that will inspire you to rethink what is possible for your life. Once upon a time, there was an old woman, blind and wise. The woman lives alone in a small house outside of town. Her reputation for wisdom is without question. The honor she is paid and the awe in which she is held reach beyond her neighborhood to places far away, to the city, where the intuition of rural prophets is the source of much entertainment. One day, the woman is visited by some young people determined to prove she was foolish, a fraud. They enter her house and they ask one question. The answer, they believe, depends solely on the ability to see. They view her profound disability, her blindness,
as a hindrance. To them, the presence of physical sight is key to success. They stand before her and one of them says, old woman, I have in my hand a bird. Tell me whether it is living or dead. When she doesn't answer, the question is repeated. Is the bird I'm holding living or dead? Still, she does not answer. Because of her blindness, she cannot see her visitors or what is in their hands. Because of her intuition, her wisdom sees their motive. After a prolonged silence, the young people begin to laugh uncontrollably, and finally she speaks. She says, I don't know. I don't know whether the bird you're holding is dead or alive, but what I do know is that it is in your hands. So the question is, what do we do to live a life worth living? This month, Reverend R. Ken reminded us the infinite source of the universe is the source within each of us. Reverend R. Ken also reminded us that we must put ourselves in unison with the divine order by ensuring our actions are in harmony with the universe. As we live our lives, we forget that in the most beautiful and the most horrific experiences, there is divine order. We just must look more closely. In August 1961, Unity published, Divine Order Includes Mind, Body, and Affairs. So let's start with mind. Divine order in our mind means that we are centered and poised in God. It means that our mind is free from doubt and fear, that our mind is clear and uncluttered by regrets or the past or doubts for the future. The mind is the starting point of every act and thought and feeling. It is the seat of perception. So how do we live our lives using the principle of divine order? We start by centering ourselves. In some of my coaching sessions, often clients are fixated on something that caused them harm or hurt. When I ask when this occurred, I'm often surprised that the events occurred years ago. Because there is a 100% guarantee that we all transition, we must find the good in it all. Make sure you live your life enjoying the present moment and not giving your now time to old issues. To live in the moment, start each day spending a few minutes in silence. You can focus on your breath. You can focus on nature. The aim is to be present so you can commune with the divine presence. Getting started is easy. However, staying on track can prove to be difficult. So in order to stay on track, you'll need to create a system to remind yourself to be present. I use an hourly alarm on my cell phone as a reminder for me to sit still for 2 minutes every hour to allow myself to be present in the moment where all the possibilities exist. Then there are our thoughts. When you find yourself ruminating about an issue from the past or worrying about the future, shift your focus back to the present and think about what's good about this moment. People visited a wise man complaining about the same problems over and over and over again. One day he decided to tell them a joke, and they all roared with laughter. After a few minutes, he told them the same joke, and only a few of them smiled. And then he told the same joke for a third time, but no one laughed or smiled anymore. The wise man smiled and said, "You can't laugh at the same joke over and over, so why are you always crying about the same problem?" Learn to enjoy being where you are, whether you're stuck in traffic, waiting in line. Use this time to enjoy this moment, to enjoy your surroundings, to appreciate the fact that you are alive. Research has proven that mindfulness is a great way to improve your health. It also has many mental health benefits. Mindfulness has been defined as a restorative meditation practice that will help you live in the present moment while improving overall wellness. A few of its benefits are: the practice of mindfulness meditation can improve working memory. It can increase your focus. It produces better moods, reduces your stress. It causes you to have less rumination, and it helps you to create stronger relationships. 1 Corinthians 14th chapter 40th verse reminds us, "But all things must be done properly and in an orderly manner." Jay Ashner says you can't go back to how things were or how you thought they were. All you have is now. By staying in the moment and detaching from old beliefs and experiences, you will become open to your unlimited self. You see, life is about moments, experiences, relationships. And to fully appreciate life, you must strive to be fully present. The present is where the miracles are. The present is where the magic is. TruthUnity.net says the divine idea of order is the idea of adjustment. And as this is established in man's thought, his mind and affairs will be at one with the universal harmony. Now that we have explored ways to center our minds in divine order, let us explore how we can center our affairs in divine order. We live in a busy world. We consume massive amounts of information and data. We create nauseating, never-ending to-do lists, at least I do. And by the time we're 65, we would have watched 9 years worth of television. In an effort to achieve our goals and become financially stable, we often sacrifice sleep, healthy eating habits, relationships, and we only meditate when we can find time. Unity reminds us that divine order in our affairs means that all that needs to be done by us is done easily and well. Divine order means that there is a time for all things. There is a time for work, a time for rest, a time for joy, a time for family, a time for friends. Divine order in our affairs means perfect balance. It means the supply of every needed good. It means successful completion of every venture. But in other words, plan for the future, but don't live there. So how do we plan our affairs, our future, and live our life one moment at a time? You must create a strategy and take action. Here are some steps recommended by Det Patel that I use in my daily life. Create a distraction-free zone. Establish an environment where you will not be preoccupied, and have a list outlining what you want to accomplish. While in this zone, do not allow any distractions. Keep your focus on what you need to accomplish. Because the human brain is able to maintain its focus for approximately 90 minutes, set no more than 3 main objectives every day. When you set 3 clearly defined objectives of day, you can clearly define the work you need to do. Every morning, ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things to accomplish today? If anything else crops up, place them on another list, but do not work on that list until your original list has been completed. Avoid establishing long times for completion of your task also. The mind will feel the time available, so set a short period of time to complete your task. Setting a hard deadline will help you avoid distractions. Amit Ray reminds us, if you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath. Rob Bell reminds us in Walk, Don't Run. He says, walk, don't run. That's it. Walk, don't run. Slow down, breathe deeply, and open your eyes, because there's a whole world right here within this one. The bush doesn't suddenly catch on fire. It's been burning the whole time. Moses is simply moving slowly enough to see it. And when he does, he takes off his sandals. Not because the ground has suddenly become holy, but because he's just now becoming aware that the ground has been holy the whole time. Efficiency is not God's highest goal for your life, neither is busyness, or how many things you can get done in one day, or speed, or even success. But walking, which leads to seeing, now that's something. That's the invitation for every one of us today and every day, in every conversation, interaction, event, and moment, to walk, not run. And in doing so, to see the whole world right here within this one. Edward Carpenter says, let your mind be quiet, realizing the beauty of the world and the immense, the boundless treasure that it holds in store. All that you have within you, all that your heart desires, all that your nature so specifically fits for you, that or the counterpart of it waits embedded in the great whole for you. It will surely come to you. Now the old lady also says, as the young men begin to leave, you hold in your hands divine order of your mind and of your affairs, and that is the key to success. Just for today, I will trust that power greater than myself to guide and direct my steps. I will seek out the things that make my soul smile and take time to appreciate the beauty that surrounds me. I will believe that just for today, that the universal power is working to shape my world in ways that I cannot begin to imagine. Just for today, I will not be separated from God. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged the punishment, the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Trust your greatness. Namaste.
Your support is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to the UnityOCS.org support tab to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost, and of course, financially support our work. Your action can help our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. Be instrumental in helping this spiritual community as well as those who can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago.